Repeat what you said. They what?
Okay. They try to threaten me here to go to court.
They can't. That's illegal.
They're trying to force me. But this is what I want you to do. Edwige, I've been telling you, check online at the federal court to see what's the status of the case.
Okay.
It doesn't say nothing yet. That means the judge still has it.
I want you to have my federal case number.
They're doing that because they're trying to save their ass. Don't you see that? Tell them. Tell the court. Tell them that we have the phone conversation recorded already. That they're threatening you and they're harassing you. It's recording right now. If you want to say something to the camera, go ahead.
So basically, this is. I want you to give me the federal case number.
Okay. Hold on.
We were just there. There's nothing yet going on. They said that we have to wait for the judge's decision.
Of the case. What did they say?
They said that our case is already moved over there. The moment we file it, it's already transferred.
Yeah. So the officer I just talked to right now. You remember Alvarez from when we were in court 40?
Yes.
140. Yeah. It's been years. He's been a good guy to me. He's the one who talking to me. Saying,
The Hispanic man? The one that was talking to you in court?
Yeah.
The chubby one with hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
He said that he don't want them to not try to come here and force me and
tell them it's illegal. Tell them it's illegal and it's already recorded.
No, I know. I told him everything. Hold on. Let me finish. I told him everything. And he said, yeah, it looks like you have a good case. It doesn't make any sense why they try to jump the preliminary hearing. And I said, they never give me I said, how are you going to make me go to court when they never give me my discovery? He said, yeah, it doesn't make sense because you're corporate. And I said, yeah. He said, well, if they fucked up, they're gonna have to pay you.
Yeah. Don't worry. When your phone call hangs up, babe, listen.
He said, just tell the judge. He said, just tell the judge that you have a federal case number. This is the federal case number, and the case is no longer under your jurisdiction.
Don't go. You have the right to refuse, Edwige.
I'm going to give you your federal case number.
What I'm going to do, listen.
They're going to force me.
Write down your case number right now. Listen, Edwige. Right now, when we hang up, I'm going to call the jail. I just called them recently, so I should be in there. Hi, yes. Can you please transfer me to the watch commander? My name is Maritza Miranda. My children's father's name is Edwige Mondesir. He's in jail right now on Todd Road. And from my understanding, they are forcing him to go to court when there's no court hearing today. His next court hearing is on the 24th of April, 2025.
Yes. It's 2202107.
Yes, and I want to speak to the watch commander because from my understanding and my knowledge, no one can force you against your will to go to court. And they're threatening to take him to court right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. They're trying to take him to court against his will and they're forcing him and they're going to drag him out of his cell. I will double dare them to do that. Because I have that audio recording that he's being threatened to be dragged out of his cell. I told him, I will call the police, I will call the jail right now, and I will speak to the watch commander. I will tell them straight out, everything they're doing in there is illegal. How are they going to send him to preliminary hearing, sir? When they refuse to give him his court documents with the discovery. Everything they're doing to us in that court is illegal. I don't understand. What are they doing in there? The whole case, I moved it to the federal court because they're doing fraud. They're framing us. Me and my whole family. And I can prove it. This all started from the kid that brought the loaded gun on November 15, 16, 17, 2023 in Moore Park High. They're protecting the corrupted school police named Caitlin Ochipinti over there and the corrupted racist principal Zebaku over there. This is already in federal court, sir, and I already sued them for the same matter. So whoever's in charge in that jail right now, I would like the watch commander to come forward right now because I'm not going to hang up until I speak to somebody in there. You hear me, sir?
Okay, ma'am. Just give me 1 second.
Thank you, and I'm waiting. That's illegal what they're doing there.
It is because it's jurisdiction of federal.
He's not in the court hearing to be heard today. What illegal shit they're doing in there? Forcing him against his will? I will double dare them to do that. I am calling the Ventura County Jail as of now to speak to the watch commander because they're doing fraud. He's not on schedule to go to court today. Why they're forcing him against his will to go to court right now? To speak to a judge. Speak what judge? Because Paul, what's his last name? Kawhi. On April 8th, we were trying to submit his evidence to free him. But no, he went along with it, right? And stopped it. But then, yeah, they refused to give his court document and his discovery. And they want him to just go to preliminary hearing empty-handed, the same way they're doing to me. Speak to a watch commander, other than Lopez, someone higher than him.
I believe he's the only watch commander that we have today.
Okay, well, Junior asked the request again.
Well, sir, I'm gonna file another motion, and I'm gonna also try to show up with a notice for removal and submit it to the jail because what they're doing is they're continue to violate the Supreme Clause of the Constitution, sir. They continue when they should have released my father on OR on the 8th, along with this evidence being submitted to the court. Now they're saying, oh, he should go to a room and talk to the judge on an unrecorded day. That's uncalendared. It's not on calendar. Why is that, sir? They can't threaten him in his own cell, forcing him to go to jail when he's pro se, when he's representing himself. And then there's fraud going on. That's why I submitted the case to federal court. And I submitted a notice for removal to the courthouse, and they're not putting it in the file when it's recorded, and there's thousands of people watching it on the YouTube as we speak. So as they continue to do this, sir, they're only putting their job and their life at risk with the court and jail. They might get 20 years to life or 10 years to life doing this stuff.
Because they're comfortably doing it all because of fucking racism.
I'm giving you a warning that if they keep harassing my father, I'm going to file another motion to federal
Along
court.
with the recording that they fucking harassing him in his cell.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me. Listen.
Repeat what you said. They what?
Okay. They try to threaten me here to go to court.
They can't. That's illegal.
They're trying to force me, but
You have that recording
And just
of
to
him.
mind you, sir, state is minor to federal. Federal comes first, state, then county, then city. So remember that state doesn't have jurisdiction over us, me and my family. Neither the case,
Because it's
sir.
already federal.
It's in federal jurisdiction.
And they're aware of that.
And we're waiting for our next court date in federal. So state is irrelevant. Thank you. He transferred.
Yeah, because they don't want to deal with it. They're doing fraud. They know that they're harassing Daddy in his cell. They know we know that. Mm-hmm. They're saying they have the upper hand. No, you don't.
Nope.
No, you don't. You do not. They're doing fraud is what they're doing. He's legally representing himself, pro se, like you said. Why they're hiding his documents?
Hello, good evening. Who is this?
same person. Sorry, I just had to put you on hold real quick.
Okay.
Why they're hiding his court documents and his discovery. If they're not doing fraud, what they're moving forward with, it's not on calendar.
Yeah.
His next court is April 25th at 8:15, courtroom 14.
Yeah.
So what are you proceeding? And then the lady has the audacity to tell us that it's because of a warrant, a fake warrant when they came in my home illegally.
Yeah, as of our system, we have him as a court date, which was today in the morning at 9, tomorrow at 9 as well.
No, well,
In courtroom 12.
he's not going to
courtroom 14.
proceed, sir, until these people release his court documents along with the discovery
Okay,
that they're hiding from him.
I'm gonna tell you this, sir, and this is a fact that you could search up and do your research on. When you have evidence to submit to the court, it shouldn't have to be taken to pretrial or preliminary examination, especially when the DA doesn't have any evidence. Therefore, they don't hold you hostage against your will, kidnapping you and torturing you. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's a human violation of due process, and the case is now in federal jurisdiction. So they could continue to perform their fraud, but they're going to be exposed and continue to be exposed. So let them know that. But tell them to stop harassing my father, because I'm taking matters into my own hands with federal.
In his cell. They're actually going in there and harassing him in his cell. That's illegal. Punking him in the jail? That's some fucking bully ass shares, don't you think?
It's illegal.
It is illegal. And I'm letting them know they need to stop. Because we have a recording of him telling us that he's being harassed in his cell.
Yep.
We're going to bring that to YouTube and we're going to bring that to federal court.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
Just stop harassing my father.
Put the watch commander on the phone. He needs to be facing us. Not hiding from us and hanging up.
To watch Commander Lopez, and you said you didn't want to speak to him anymore.
No. He hung up rudely. What is your name, sir?
Lopez?
Lopez, you're the watch commander at Todd Road right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. My name is Maritza Miranda. I'm calling behalf of my partner, Edwige Mondesir. He is illegally being forced to go to a court hearing that he refused to go to. And this happened today, a little while ago. They're in his cell harassing him again. He told me that all morning they've been bugging him and he already refused 3 times. So I was telling her, I need to speak to the watch commander because I'm reporting this to the federal court. It's illegal what they're doing. You cannot force an inmate and harass him in his cell, tell him that he has to go to court when he has the right to refuse when they're not submitting his evidence so he can go forward with his case.
Okay, so as far as like court goes, whenever we have an inmate or a person that's in our custody, we are required by the court to bring them to the courthouse.
No, when he refuses to go to court, sir, Mr. Lopez, when he refuses to go because they're doing fraud in his case and they're not submitting his court documents along with his discovery, it's fraud, sir.
Okay, well, as far as him going to court, we are required to bring him to court, so we have no say-so. The judge overrules us. Otherwise, we are in violation of the law.
Well, hold on. Because, they did violate many federal laws. Exactly. That's why we submit this to the federal state.
Okay.
So,
yeah, you guys, it's out of our hands at that point.
Actually,
no, it's not.
No, because I'm explaining to you, sir. I gave them a notice for removal for the change of venue. It's already in federal. They refuse to acknowledge that and put it in the file because they're stalling. Listen to this, sir, please, because I did not cut you off.
So, I was just trying to find out who I'm talking to. That's it.
My name is Edwige Miranda Mondesir. I'm the son of Edwige Mondesir.
And I filed Thank you, Mr. Edward.
Thank you, sir.
Edwige.
So I filed a habeas corpus for my father and the change of venue. So therefore, the case is not there, and they can't force him to go to any other case because they violated the supreme clause of the constitutional law, meaning more than one constitutional law was broken. So therefore, it's under federal jurisdiction and investigation. And my father's case is not there, and they refuse to release him when I put a motion for release to federal court.
Not just that, they don't let him submit his evidence. Himself, not even his lawyer. And they're hiding it from him when he's legally representing himself.
Yeah, that's the reason
so why they're sending him to court when they're not giving him his court documents along with the discovery?
So
that's honestly something that you guys have to take up with the courts.
So there is a solution. They say I should bring a notice to removal, right? Because I have a copy of that. I could submit that to your jail.
Do you guys have a private attorney?
No.
No, that's why they're doing fraud. The thing is, sir, look, this is being recorded, and I'm using this to take to federal court that the fraud keeps going on.
Okay.
They're forcing him against his will, and they're trying to drag him out of his cell. I'm letting you know as his watch commander, you have the right to protect your inmates in that jail in Todd Road. You have the right to also protect them from harassment and them being neglected in the cell.
And we are.
No, you're not. You're allowing the corruption to continue. You cannot force someone to go to court when he's not on schedule. He's not on the calendar. His calendar is April 25, sir.
And I'm trying to,
No, I'm telling you, you need to stop those people, whoever's threatening and harassing him in his cell, to stop. You know who they are.
I've already told you you're going to have to take that up with the court.
We already took it to federal. Like I said, you guys cannot continue with your fraud. He's not on calendar today to be doing no fraud hearing.
That's the thing, sir.
I'm letting you know, Lopez, it's being recorded, and we're taking it to federal. Do something about it. See, he hung up.
Anymore.
No, he hung up rudely.
That's why we're asking.
That's why we're speaking to someone higher than him because he doesn't want to do his job. So send me to somebody that's actually going to do their job in that jail.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Thank you.
He lied and said that we want to talk to him. You hung up, you rude motherfucker.
Yeah.
And try to lie and say we don't want to speak to him. See how they love to lie?
He hanged up, so we're talking for someone higher.
We need to speak to someone higher. He's just showing us that he put his badge last.
Mm-hmm.
He don't give a fuck about his badge and his title and his job. That's what he's showing us.
If they come in here,
Yeah, hold on.
I try to hold me
Hold
back.
on, Edwin, put it
Be a
mute.
witness. If they hit me, be a witness.
We are your
If they're gonna
witness.
try to lie that I hit them.
No, they can't force you. It's
So,
against your will.
Everybody, I'm recording this today on the 22nd of April.
You're ignoring our calls. They have ID callers. You're ignoring our calls.
It's so strange, huh?
I'm telling you, it's fucking all planned. I'm calling the jail right now, and they're ignoring my phone call. Because they know what they're doing is illegal, and they're being recorded.
Yeah.
The jail call 1, 2 ring, they pick up. Why am I? It's over 10 rings and they still haven't picked up. You don't find that fishy?
And we're talking about this earlier today. This all happened today, April 22nd, 2025.
Right there. No cocomelon here, baby.
That is so.
This is straight up corruption right here, and it's proven.
So strange, yeah.
It's proven right here. They're fraud.
Yeah.
The thing is, they think they can continue. We're letting them know you cannot continue. And it's in Todd Road, like I said. They know it's us calling. You know why? They know what they know we know what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah. And they just keep
And you lay the
playing with
law
fire.
on them, yeah.
They keep playing with fire and fire and fire.
They hate the fact that it's federal jurisdiction, and they hate the fact that we know.
Yeah.
Of course we know. We filed it. So over 2 minutes, they're not gonna pick up the phone call? That just shows you they're fraud. I'm gonna call again another 30 minutes. See, they hung it up.
Wow.
Look, people.
We didn't even touch the screen.
Yep. I'm telling you, they clicked it off.